I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about emo band worst party ever cancels concert tours due to their frontman's toxic behavior. This is their front person quote, I've done irreparable damage to people that cared about me. Wow. Worst party ever, a U.S. indie emo band have canceled all future shows due to their frontman's self-confessed toxic behavior. In a statement on social media, Andy admitted he'd shown toxic behavior and went on to say all future tours will be canceled and will be refunded at the point of purchase. It's important to put mental health. Hold on, what? It's important to put mental health before everything and have accountability when you F up. In a statement, Andy, I've posted this to let people know of the harm that I've done to other people. In December, I've manipulated two victims, one of which was my long-term partner in an act of lies and infidelity. Both victims thought they were the only person in my life, both victims, and didn't know each other. I manipulated the situation in my favor by still being still being sexually and romantically involved with both parties and taking advantage of their desire for love while still casually seeing other people. I've created a very toxic environment and caused a lot of pain and trauma to both of their lives by love bombing and trying to get them to continue to see me. Hold on, what? He continued, within my long-term relationship with my partner of 2 years, I've consistently invalidated their emotions and avoided conflict by shutting down and creating a toxic environment for her. My behavior was inexcusable, and it's wrong to be such a selfish individual. It's important for me to take accountability and seek professional help to not allow this to happen again. I've constantly talked about therapy and counseling, but have never followed through. It's important to know the damage I've caused to people and the consequences of my actions. I'm incredibly sorry to my long-term partner and the people involved in the situation. Okay. It says, I'm going to focus on therapy and bettering myself as a human being. I've done irreparable damage to people that cared about me. Worst party ever were a DIY indie emo project. Blah, 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 blah. So, wow, this is, okay, I'm not going to go too far into this story, right? But because I don't know what this is about, right? Like, Andy does seem to be just apologizing for, I guess, being in a relationship with two people. And, somehow, okay, I'm not going to go into that. But it just seems like, I don't know what's happening here, right? The apology was basically an act of lies and infidelity. Infidelity for a person you're dating for 2 years and calling that a long-term relationship? I don't know what's going on here. I kind of guess it is what it is, It's like, listen to this part. Within my long-term relationship with my partner of 2 years. Now, I'm not saying 2 years isn't a long-term relationship. It is, obviously, but infidelity and you only dated this person for 2 years and you're like dating someone else and somehow that's a toxic environment. Like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to say it seems a little bit much, right? At least for what they're apologizing for. We're not talking about someone who's like taking advantage of people, I have to say the word groupies and, I hate to say maybe even like underage people or using your, being the leader of a band and, taking advantage of people that way. It just seems like this Andy person was in a relationship with like two people, right? And, apologizing for infidelity. Right? It's a tough situation. If you're willing to go this far and cancel a show, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more toxic things going on there. We haven't heard his partner's response to what's a toxic environment. That's a very, very dangerous word to use, creating a toxic environment for someone. Personally, I don't think cheating on someone is really necessarily creating a toxic environment. Like they could just dump you, right? You know, especially when you've only been dating for 2 years. You know, I don't know if they lived together or how serious it was. And you know the word infidelity, and you know it just seems like it's a bit much for someone who's only been dating for 2 years. And but you know, you never know, right? If you're admitting to creating a toxic environment, you know, there could be other cases. There could be, obviously, you're not going to put all the details out there, but, you know, I don't know if it became violent, right? It could have been some violence in there, threatening behavior, manipulation, lying, and you know, things like that. That's definitely creating a toxic environment. I'm just saying personally, you know, going online and saying, you know, my partner, my long-term partner of 2 years, you know, that seems a bit much. And using the word infidelity for someone you've, you know, been dating for 2 years, I'm pretty sure if you're a musician and you're dating someone for 2 years, you're not really seeing this person every single day, right? So who knows what more toxic, what more to this toxic environment is going on with this band. I can't say it's a good thing, but I would say it's a good thing that they did at least cancel their shows and did not, you know, justify this behavior and not say, well, no, it's okay. It's not really that bad. They've honestly, you know, I don't know if they were recommended this or their lawsuits or, you know, is this the management? Is this the band? Or is this literally the lead singer of the band just saying like, listen, you know, I've done some really bad things and, you know, I want to go and get some help for the things that I've done. Obviously, we don't know the full story. I'm pretty sure there's, you know, more things that could come out because this is just coming out from the front man, Andy. You know, we haven't heard the side of his partners. You know, is there more partners? How, you know, was it a violent situation? Was it threatening situations and things like that? So I would say, obviously, you know, good on him. Go and get some help. Hopefully the worst part of this story was the infidelity and it's nothing violent or dangerous or, you know, things like that, because that would be really, really bad. And, you know, jail would help more than, you know, therapy, because if it's like violence, that's completely over the red line. But if it's like infidelity, right? I mean, you know, it's still toxic, but it's not the end of the world. But I'm Jason. The world is yours. Let me know your opinion of this story. Do you know any more information of this story? Have you even heard of the band Worst Party Ever? But today we had a story about the emo band Worst Party Ever cancels the rest of their shows due to their frontman's toxic behavior. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.